Hi everyone, it's Megan from Gingerbread Mama, and today I want to talk about emotional self-care or mental self-care. A lot of the time we allow everything around us to pile up on us and we just expect to work like a machine and not let anything bother us, and we just absorb everything that everybody wants from us, whether it be the kids or our pets or our spouse or our job or family members or friends, everyone around us, even if they don't realize it and even if we don't realize it, a lot of them will pile things on us, and we do it to ourselves as well. We expect to be able to have time for ourselves in a day, cook great meals for our families, work a job. Some of us, that work outside of the home, we expect to be able to do everything that a stay-at-home mom does, plus work. And I don't work anymore, but I have been there, and I know what that feels like and what a toll that takes on your brain and on your emotional self-worth even. So I've compiled a list of things that I think are really, really important. Some of them, I'll start with the physical side of it, things that you can do to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because whether or not you realize that these physical things affect your emotional and mental well-being, they do. So one of those things, the first thing is to make sure that you're showering. A lot of the time when you start to get depressed or have any type of anxiety or even just a bad day, a lot of the time we put showering aside, we put hygiene aside. A lot of the time with depression or anxiety, it's not that we don't want to, it's just that we physically can't get ourselves up to do it. So pushing yourself to take a shower, brush your teeth, wash your face, really can make a difference. Even if it's something that you really just don't feel like you can do, if you push yourself to do it, it really can make a huge difference to you. Another thing is sleep. A lot of the time, especially with anxiety, it's really hard to sleep. So finding a way to get there, whether it be medication or like melatonin, or going to the doctor for something if it's long term, or meditation. A lot of the time, if you just put yourself at ease mentally, you're able to fall asleep, or all of those counting sheep types of tricks too. Sleep is a huge part of depression as well. I know myself, when I'm depressed, I do a lot of sleeping. um, any time in a given day when I'm stable, I even need a nap. So it's really important to make sure that you're sleeping enough. Eating. When you're depressed, especially, you want to try to eat better. Um, some of the nutrients that you can get from your food will help kind of boost that, even if things around you are kind of falling apart or you feel like they are. Anxiety, even. A lot of the processed things that we eat on a daily basis can kind of add to that, because our body is kind of struggling to get the nutrients out of the empty foods, greasy foods that we eat. And I am a huge doer of that. I eat a lot of junk food, I eat a lot of fast food. So I know when I am starting to feel down, I do try to kind of curb that and eat a little more fruits and veggies and some healthier stuff to try to pull myself out of that slump. As soon as I start feeling it, I start trying to take some action. Another thing to go hand in hand with that is water. You would not believe how much just drinking water can help your mental state, can help your emotional state, can help you feel more energized. I know even a lot of the time, if I'm running out of energy, I turn to coffee. People turn to energy drinks. People turn to caffeine pills. That's not necessarily things that you have to do if you're actually well hydrated and you sleep. I know these things sometimes are easier said than done. We're busy. It doesn't leave a lot of time for drinking water or sleeping or even eating sometimes, but we need to make sure that even if you need to schedule it in your day, put it into your phone. Remind yourself. There's lots of apps out there that can remind you to drink water or remind you to sleep, go to sleep, wake up on time, all of these things. So definitely some resources out there that you can use. That's all I have for the physical side of it. There are a lot of things that you can do that I didn't mention. So if you have things that have helped you with your emotional health or your mental state, please leave them in the comments below so that I can kind of add them to my list and we can all help each other out. Some of the things that you can do, though, that aren't physical things that you do to help your emotional state, and just kind of take care of yourself, things that we don't really think about on a daily basis, would be that you can say no to things. I know, especially moms and parents in general, we tend to take on everything. We want to be the perfect parent, we want to be the perfect spouse, we want to be the perfect, employee or everything. So we try to accommodate everyone else's stuff. And it gets to a point where our plate is too full. And that's okay. It is okay to say, no, I can't do this. No, I can't make cookies for the bake sale. No, I can't take Timmy to practice. I need you to do it. It's okay to say no. It's okay to delegate. We need to give ourselves permission to be a person too, and not just to live for everyone around us. I think that's a huge part of anxiety for a lot of people, is just feeling like all of the expectations of everyone around us piles on and there's no room for what we want or what we need. So one huge thing would be to start saying no to things. It is okay to say no. Another thing is to remember to do things that you love. Again, we do everything for everyone else and we tend to put ourselves on the back burner. And I've said in previous videos, which I will link, that it is really difficult sometimes to put ourselves first, but we need to do it. We need to schedule it in and make it possible, make it happen. Even if that is just, a special creamer in our coffee, or blasting the music to go to the store quick while someone else is with our kids. We need to be able to even just take a couple of minutes for ourselves. Make sure that you're doing things that you love, whether that be dancing, whether that be reading, blasting your music, all of those things, just anything that you love to do. Make sure that you get it in there somewhere. You also, a huge thing for emotional and mental health is to take breaks from social media. So often we get so wrapped up in everything that's going on social media and comparing ourselves to everybody on Instagram or Pinterest or Facebook. Everybody posts the best parts of their lives and we feel like we need to live up to that. And maybe what you need right now is to remove yourself from that and realize that they aren't showing you the whole picture. And their lives are not as perfect as they look like in that Instagram photo or on the Pinterest how-to page. Another huge thing that has helped me in the past and that could help a lot of people is to cut toxic people out of your life. If someone is doing something that is not healthy for themselves and you have tried and tried and tried to help them, maybe it's time to cut them out because they are going to start draining you. If they're doing something to you or degrading you or talking down to you, cut them out. And yes, this even includes family members. Do not think that they are on this list, because let me tell you, sometimes the ones that are closest to us, our family members, our parents, our sisters, our brothers, cousins, those are the ones that are the most toxic, because they think that since they are our family, that they are entitled to just dish out everything that we can take, and we don't have to take it. And we need to realize in our daily lives, we have enough to deal with without having to deal with somebody who is toxic and just plain not good for us. Cut them out. And the last thing that I have on my list is to set goals. Sometimes we end up just existing, and I think when you set a goal, it kind of puts things back into focus for you, makes your life go in a certain direction and you try to kind of strive for that, and it puts you on a path rather than just kind of existing. Now, I know a lot of the time we live with goals for our kids or for our job, but to have goals, personal goals, or even business goals, if you're working your own business, just make sure that you have goals and don't settle. Whether it be settling for, oh, well, that painting I did was good enough, or that dinner was good enough. If that's your goal, if you want to do the best you can possibly do, go for it. Do not say it's good enough. Same with people in your life. If they are not what you are wanting in your life, don't leave them there. They may become someone toxic. I'm not saying that relationships can't be repaired, but if you have tried and tried and tried to repair that, it becomes a pretty nasty cycle. And after a little bit of time, you realize maybe this person isn't good for me. Maybe I need to get to a healthier, safer place. So I hope these things help you. If you liked this video or you found anything useful in it, please comment below. Let me know what you thought. Also, share and like this video. If you found any value in it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, there's no such thing as a cookie cutter life.